Could that someone be Mac the Knife?
Welcome to another episode of Mac Tonight. Here's your host, Mac Tonight.
Hey everyone, it's Mac Tonight, the mini version, the tiniest bit of me for your day. Oh yeah. Can't sing. Oh, Byleth replay coming up. How's your guys' Thursday? I got Thursday vibes. Fuck it. Damn, you know what chicks used to say when I was coming up? When I was coming up, they'd be like, I just have like, you know, I'm like an old soul. I got like witchy vibes. What? I asked them to, like, when chicks would say that to me, I'd be like, yo, come on, what are your 3 favorite Doors songs? They got nothing for me. They got like nothing. They can't explain it. I used to go up to people if you're still in school, you can do this. Anyone with a band shirt, popular band shirt, always a fun thing to do. Hey, name 3 songs by that band. But if it's a popular band, you gotta be aware. You gotta say either name 3 songs from that band that are not hits.
Mac, you were too edgy.
Or if they seem like they're not into that band at all, you can do that. Like, I remember Sublime kids. Like, some chicks would have, or some dudes too. Some dudes are fucking full of it. Stupid little asshole kids. They'd wear like a Sublime shirt, tie-dye and shit. Fucking hell yeah. Like, name 3 songs, and they would go like, Santeria, Wrong Way, and Date Rape. Like, okay. Then I'd be like, that's why you gotta say 5. If it's a really popular band that you know people like actually kind of listen to or might know some of their, Shield Break, some relevant songs that were popular, you gotta go 5. So if it's Sublime, if it's AC/DC, if it's Metallica, throw 5 songs out there. Metallica's the funniest because, like, people, the first one is always Enter Sandman. Then there's Master of Puppets and the one from Zombieland. That's like, come on, quit it. I don't know. I walked right into that down, dude. Yeah, but how's your Thursday? How's everything going? I know I talked last podcast about scars remind me the past is real.
Please don't sing.
And I'd like to do some Scar Talk. Scar Talk Radio.
New segment, Scar Talk Radio.
I got a couple. There was one time where we owned a golf cart. It was gas powered. It was pretty bitchin'. My dad kind of lifted it a little bit so we can take it all terrain, baby. And it was me and my 2 other brothers, so 3 people on a golf cart, which only had 2 seats, you know? And so I'd hang on the back. And high definition mic wanted to capture that ASMR. I bet you can probably smell it through your phone or tablet or any watching device that you have.
Wow, cool doggy.
We had this golf cart, fucking gas powered, lifted, great time. And I would get on the back, hold on to something, and just like kind of stand up and drive, you know? Like I would be in the back holding on for my dear life. It was fun. And then we got to like this one point on our block, because we live in the desert, man. There's a bunch of like terrain you can go off on. We found this cool mini bike track. We're like, oh, this is bitchin', man. This is crazy. Let's go check it out. And I'm the first one to get off of it because I don't have to get out of a seat. I'm hanging off the back. What do you want from me? I get off of it, and they drive away like douchebags. Like, we're driving away. And I'm like, come on, guys, don't leave me here. And they eventually come back, and then they look like they're about to, oh my god, dead at 36. They look like they're about to, like, run me over, so I'm like, I'll get in front of it. So they slow down to a point, because they're not going to run me over. And I jump on the front of it. I'm on the front of the goddamn golf cart, like, grabbing for them. And then my brother just starts driving. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the front of this thing. My feet are kind of dangling off. So I'm like grabbing onto the deck of it. And then, hands in the dashboard and shit. Somehow, my sneaker gets caught under the tire as it's dangling. And my foot just like jettisons forward, just could. And I hear like a pop. I was like, what? I didn't feel any, oh my god. Oh my god. This bike was filthy. Truly, whimsical. I hear this pop in my fucking, my leg. And I was like, oh, like my face went white. They knew something went down. I was like, stop. And they stop, and I look at my leg, and I see a yellow, like, dangle come out of my leg. It had to be like a fat cell or something, because it was close to the shin bone. I was like, ah! And then I see it, it's like yellow, and then out of nowhere it just starts gushing. I was like, fuck. I had white laces, and I'll never forget, it like spat blood. It was like, psum, psum, with every like pulse of my heart. I was like, oh no, what? And I remember my brother going, oh fuck! And luckily, some kid on some dirt bike is driving past us, probably making his way to that mini bike track. And my brother just like, I need to commandeer your vehicle. And I get on the back, and all I could do, I'm riding bitch at this point, and I'm looking at my foot, and I'm like, oh no, is it broken? Not broken, I can stand on it, but it felt weird. And so I have this gnarly, crazy scar on my left shin. I'm feeling it now. And I'll never forget, because I had school the next couple days, and I go in, and I smack some kid's fruit punch out of his hand. I was an asshole kid. What do you want from me? What happens here? Oh! Doctor! You don't need a band-aid for that, Spike. Ow! Damn, he seems to be running into focus. I knocked some kid's goddamn fruit punch out of his hand. He kicks me right in my goddamn huge lesion. And then it just starts bleeding all over again. I'm like, god damn. So it was by the library of my school, and then I had to like walk to the office and go to that shitty nurse that doesn't know shit about shit, you know? And fucking there's a pool of blood everywhere I step. The whole entire way to the office, there's a trail of my fucking blood everywhere. It was gnarly. It was a bad time.
Your replay is choppy.
And there's we went I lived in New York for a little bit, till I was 11. And we went to see the Rangers, New York Rangers, hockey, go up against the Anaheim Ducks. Ooh, look at that bait. Bait with an F smash, and then counter with a goddamn short. Even they can't do shit about it. Go to see the Anaheim Ducks go up against the New York Rangers. And I'm getting out of the car, and I think it was my sister. She closed the door of the car, and it like scraped open my hand. This one. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably going to make this camera out of focus for some reason. You see that guy right there? Pretty brutal, man. What I saw from there was I could see my vein in my hand. You know, like a purple vein. No blood came out, which is odd. But I just saw like the veins in my hand, like as clear as day. I was like, whoa, cool. That's sick. And then my most pussy scar ever was I spilt ramen. Yeah, no, this is a dumb story. I made a cup of noodles. I was like I had to be 12. I made a cup of noodles and I'm like, oh, it's too hot. So I go over to my refrigerator that dispenses ice. And I put the cup up to the ice dispenser, and the ice cubes drops in, and then the fucking hot ramen got on my finger, and it blistered over, and I swear to God, everything in the world touched that burn. Anything I ever reached for, I was like digging through my Legos, I was like, ow. I'm like fucking wiping my ass, I'm like, ow. I'm scratching my nose, ow. It sucked, man. It seems to be like that. I had another one pretty bad. On my hands. I don't know if you can see that.
We can't see that.
It's that guy right there. There's a little something. You just gotta believe me on that. I'll take a picture, post it right there, dude. Fucking It was like a plastic chair. You know the ones that you can kick the leg out under? And like it breaks and then someone like falls over? It was one of those chairs. I'm like reaching under it and I like pull my hand out too fast and it like scrapes it. And I don't know what it is about your hand, but it moves. I know what it is about, but like it moves a lot. So a spot right there just always engages it. It felt like everything I did all day, all night. My goddamn fucking little scar on the side of my wrist would never heal. It took the longest of anything that's ever happened to me to heal. It was a pretty bad time when I went to lacrosse camp. I don't know why I went. I really didn't care about lacrosse. I just wanted to get fit. Fucking fit, dude. And I went up against my little brother. We're both attackmen. And I don't know why they made us do this. Shield break. What are you gonna do? Nothing good. Downer. Okay, cool. Cool follow-up, Mac. We went up against each other. This kid my little brother went like, shoulder bashed me in my rib. And like, I swear to God, I was like, every time I took a breath, it hurt. So I'm like, really sure I broke a rib. And everyone's like, no, dude, you're faking. You just don't want to run a lot. I'm like, no, I really can't breathe. It hurts. It hurts. It sucked. I was like bedridden at a fucking lacrosse camp for a couple days. Blew wee-wee. It blew a big wee-wee. And I tested. I'll tell my brother, and he still thinks I'm faking today. I'm like, why would I? I would tell you the truth now. It was over 10 years ago. You think I would fucking lie about that shit? He has a record of fucking up people. So in lacrosse, there's like defensemen, and defensemen have like huge sticks. Huge sticks to pick up the ball or like stop something, whatever it may be. And they usually go up against attackmen. And my buddy and his buddy, his name was Alan. It was probably the wildest thing I've ever seen. So since the stick is so big, and he like, you have to pick up a ball with the stick and throw it with the stick. There was a ball on the floor, and he couldn't reach it because the stick was too long. So we started kicking it, and he couldn't get it. So you're like running, it's very intense, and he's kicking it, and I yell, "This ain't no soccer game, Alan!" And right as I say that, the most beautiful thing on the planet happened. My little brother just fucking vaporized in front of Alan. And went, Alan does a full corkscrew in the air. Full. It was in slow motion. Like just spinning slow motion. The sun's out on a grassy field. Oh, it was awesome. It was so awesome to look at. And he made like one of those Street Fighter like death sounds. Like in the middle of the air. I might be exaggerating that part, but I probably thought that. He hits the ground. Dead silent. And he goes, like a little kid. He had to be at least 16 at the time and just started like wailing. So what ended up happening was my little brother broke his clavicle, his collarbone, completely demolished it. Fucking, I was like, Jesus Christ. That poor bastard just got fucking flung. This, I gotta talk about this. This is the most annoying Mega Man I've ever fought. I don't know, you comment right now. Right now. If you have such a trouble with these kind of zoners, oh my god, he was toying with me. He was like trolling me. I hated this match. I like immediately left the arena. I'm like, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this kind of shit anymore. Watch what he's doing. Just keeping me at bay, keep me far away, leaf shield, send you right up, throw a little thing, another leaf shield, and then he eventually starts going hog wild with his little rush jump. Oh, I'm dead. One stock to his two, and he's got a full stock in front of me. Ugh. Yeah, he's like trolling at this point. I hate it. I couldn't catch him. I'm like, what? How can I even get up there? So I'm trying to jump on the rush jet, or whatever the fuck it's called, and try and get him. I couldn't do it. Well, we'll see what happens by the end of the match. There was another time talking. We're on the subject of Scar Talk. Scar Talk Radio. 103.3 KDUB, baby. I was driving my older brother's mini bike, which was a Yamaha 80. I forgot. It was a PW80. Yeah. 2-stroke. Super fun. Wicked fun. He put A-pairs on it, which are like, you know, have you ever seen like somebody on like a huge bike, like a chopper or some shit? They got like those handlebars that come up to here. Makes it impossible to steer. And granted, this bike is probably, it was like in 1994. It's super old bike. And me and my buddy were driving on it. Hell yeah, nice Tonsy, 44. We can do this, Mac. We can do this. And I'm driving it around. I was, had to be 22 at the time. Awful time in my life. I'll probably get to that in the next show. But, driving it on the sidewalk. And so you like sidewalk, and then it'll lead to like, you know, I can't really, you know what a sidewalk is. And you know how it dips down? Because you're like, here's to your right would be a road. So your sidewalk, and then there's like a road that cars go down. So the sidewalk kind of dips down. Fuck, I'm out of time. I'll continue it on the next podcast. No, I'll finish it right here. Fuck you. The sidewalk dips down. So bikes can go to the next sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? And in Arizona, I don't know why, but that like, there's like a weird curb that goes all the way to the right. So if you're driving on a sidewalk and you're driving your mini bike, you have to make a whole hard right to get off the sidewalk and then back onto the sidewalk. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to describe this the best I can. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I fucking try to do that, and I hit the brake to slow down. The bike goes completely left, and I'm trying to throw it right. And as that's happening, I put my foot down like a goddamn idiot, and then I hit the opposing curb that's coming up. I don't know how to describe it. I hope I'm making this a vivid image. Well, anyway, I broke my foot, and I thought it was cool. I thought I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I wasn't good. How about subscribe, and I'll finish the story on the next podcast. I'm running way over time. I love you. Subscribe. And I'm going to do a Ryu and review.
I love you. Bye.